Hello friends and adventurers, and welcome to another surprise Salliekat Saturday stream! Alliteration is fun. And also hello to EastGirl115! Congratulations, you're here right as the stream starts! Holy crap, that never happens. Usually I have to wait a few minutes for anyone to show up. Okay, microphone is good. Cat is somewhat settled on my lap. So today we are doing even more spell hunting because Salliekat wants more level 3 spells. Actually, at this point Luigi has a few more level 3 priest spells than Sabrina does, and I want to fix that if I can. Unfortunately, one of those mass healing is in the dungeon that only opens up on the first day of every month. Probably not going to get that one for Sabrina, because it is a pain. And hello also to Mr. Joshi. Anyway, I did make some notes of where I need to go for all of this stuff. So a few spells are actually pretty easy to get from Blosk. First I go over to Shane's Bazaar. And believe I've done the side quest between Shaney and Leith in Blosk, so I can look at Shaney's magical scrolls. Hooray, Sabrina and Luigi now know curing level 3. Oh, and hi there, Dr. Hesting. Yay. Okay, so Avernum soldiers are setting an ambush for some bandits. We will absolutely help them out. As promised, bandits approach from the east. It's a good thing you decided to help. This small band of soldiers is clearly outclassed. We will surely get some good loot and XP and maybe even a point or two of reputation. Instantly die. I might be a little overpowered here. Okay, I've got Fire Blast at level 1 or Lightning Spray at level 3. Andrew, don't you have some ranged weaponry? Indeed you do. Hey, who said you were allowed to summon anything? And Sabrina has no ranged abilities. And for once, Smite was able to actually be useful. I don't even want to spend that much time and effort sorting through loot and selling all of it. You are victorious! Aww! Though several of the soldiers are supposedly grievously wounded. They gather up their supplies and chart a speedy course back to the safety of Fort Spire. Aw, I don't get any special rewards from that, but I got a little loot. So I generally don't have a lot of streams scheduled, it's just kind of whenever I feel like doing it. And honestly, if I'm playing a game like Avernum, it really ought to be scheduled, or at least more frequent than once every couple of months, because I had to go back and look and see what all I'd been doing in this save file. And because Andrew here has just incredible tool use skill, he comes with a stupid amount of skill points put into it already. I am basically trap-proof with this party. I'm investigating this bandit lair, by the way, because it's got a spell in it that I want. Might as well cast some light. The last live stream I did was actually a completely different game. I did the Rocky Horror Show video game as sort of a post-Halloween thing. Okay, I see boxes with potential loot. I also see enemies. See him from there. Well, that was easy. Ooh, steel studded. I might take that. There is some pretty good loot drops here. Now, question for myself, do I even need gold? I really don't. I might actually be at the gold max already. Goodness. Well, if I'm not spending a lot of money on spells, maybe I need to earn more XP so I can spend money on training. Yeah, so if you really cared about the role-playing, you could collect bolts of cloth and furs and trade those. Ooh, hard on A85. Fancy. Yeah, I'm at the gold cap. I'm pretty sure that Jeff raised the gold cap in subsequent Avernum games because 9,000 is really low. I should probably heal Andrew after another round or two. I am so overpowered for this dungeon now. Oh, Andrew can heal himself. I forgot about that. He doesn't do it very well, mind you. Yeah, 15 with healing level 1 on a not very well priest-trained character versus 44 on someone with level 3 healing and many more points in priest spells. And I need to not indulge my instinct to pick up all gold all the time. That's going to be counterproductive now. What did I just say? Bars of lead, in case anyone wants to set up a printing press or something. Okay, so note to self, Bandit Lair has plenty of gold and armor stuff lying around, if I should ever happen to be in need of more money. Oh darn. Attack failed, target has sanctuary. I hate when they do that. Okay, Sabrina, what can we do with you? Control foes is potentially fun. I can sanctuary on myself. And do the traditional blessing, shielding, hasting. Not that I really need the blessing. And of course, they violate their own sanctuary as soon as they get it. Sometimes. Because I feel like playing with spells I so rarely use... You resisted. Oh, and also my sanctuary fades away because that counts as an attack spell. Well, I'm probably not going to get the vampire. See, this is why I don't use control foes very much. Okay, that was some damage range. 42 on one end and 13 on the other. Oh, that was unexpected. So, Iskra, remember complaining about how I don't save my games often enough? Yeah. A lot of the time that happens because I get overconfident and think that a mid-level dungeon can't possibly nuke my party at this point. As far as I know, this is the first game in which these particular character portraits show up in. Some of them do get reused a fair bit in later games, and some of them do get touched up a little bit. Well, I guess we get to watch all of that all over again. Collect spell. Learn spell. I can now cure all of the things. Yep. Not saving games. I've done it before. I'll do it again. Yep, don't attack the friendly soldier. Positioning is a little worse this time. But now all the enemy mages are dead before they can do anything. Excellent. Oh wait, is there still one left alive? Yeah, there is. Combat over. Soldiers are wounded. Somehow, I guess they tripped over some rubble. I will absolutely play more Doom later on. The games I play tend to fall into categories of old role-playing games like Exile and Avernum, first-person shooters like Doom, and indie platformers. I try to keep some balance between all those. Whoa, Sabrina actually didn't completely murder a enemy in one blow? Wild. Or, no, not Sabrina, Teresa. Teresa, your assassination skills have failed you. I really hate that mechanic where everyone must be close together to end combat. I liked the Exile system so much better. Though admittedly, the Exile system can be sort of abused to get around things. Which is probably why Jeff changed it. Also, I don't recall if XP goes primarily to the first character or if it gets evenly split among the party when I go and kill in non-combat mode here, like I just did. Because really, Luigi is the one that I want to level up the most. Gosh, Andrew's only level 24. Teresa's 20. Sabrina's only level 15 with these stats. Yeah, the recruitable characters are quite the cheat in terms of the stats they start with. Okay, yeah, Luigi is by far the highest level, and thus is probably going to have the most struggles in leveling up. Okay, then. You again. Acolyte, your shielding does nothing against Teresa's massive combat skills. And sometimes I remember who has ranged attacks and who doesn't. Oh, that was a bad move. Okay, time for some shielding. Still alive. Luigi does also have priest spells. I need to not forget that. Actually, Luigi has a few. Some of Luigi's priest spells are still better than Sabrina's. On account of he was my only priest for a long time. Thank you for dying. Hey there, Zach. Yeah, I've been pretty good. Been taking the YouTube stuff a little slower, what with holiday season. What to do here, what to do. Could maybe do some summons. Okay, so I've got Bind Foe at level 2, and that will make people fall asleep. Assuming they don't resist. So, who is fire resistant here? This vicious, scarred man was the leader of the brigands. Now that he's dead, perhaps this band will be unable to continue their raids on the caverns to the south. Well done. I'm pretty sure that someone gives me a quest on killing that guy. Evil Priest takes no damage from Smite. I really miss the non-elemental wound spell. But apparently 8 points of fire damage was enough. Okay, I'm at the gold cap, so not worthwhile to pick up coins. Somewhat worthwhile to pick up Mandrake. And elixirs. Got it. One healing, one invuln. Yeah. Oh, exciting. A sheet of papyrus. Dagger. Thought there was something else hidden in this corner. A few coins, Wand of Koronos, and an unidentified bracelet. Few more coins, Balm of Life, that's very useful, and an emerald, which would be good if I needed money, but I don't. At least my characters don't. Not even see you there. Okay, that's enough getting my wizards beaten up. You spawn in after I kill the bandit leader, don't you? Andrew is now level 25, because that's a thing that I needed. Hey there, Garnet. Yep, I am still at the computer. Nice. I actually have 2 cats now, but for some reason Garnet still likes to come hang out with me during gaming and recording sessions. But Theo, the younger cat, just isn't interested. He will sometimes come down and go scratch at the cat tree in the background. But that's mostly if both me and my husband are down gaming. Oh. Okay, Garnet has received enough pets. Now she's getting a little bitey. Anything worth picking up here? Not really. Where did you come from? Haha! Thanks for sharing that with me, Mr. Assassin. Soldier thing. Found the trash pit. Yeah, some cats bite as a sign of love. Theo definitely does that. Garnet bites as a sign of, you have pet me exactly enough times, now you will stop or I will hurt you. She's actually very good at asserting her boundaries. She uses her voice first, then her teeth, but she only draws blood as an absolute last resort. Going to see if I could cure Teresa's acid, but it's already gone. Try to decipher writing. This book is unreadable. This one gives me Summon Shade, level 3. Yay? This one has some interesting pieces of paper which implicate someone named Mina in various illegal activities. Or at least illegal in the eyes of the Avernum government. That's all there is to find here, and I did get my spell. Yeah, it is hard sometimes when your desire to pet and tease a cat outstrips their desire to put up with such treatment. I feel like maybe if I talk to someone in this area... Okay, I know that there are brigands hiding out in this fort, and I can take care of them. I'm just not sure I want to right now. Okay, and he just tells me about the lair of the pit drake near Fort Remote, which I've already been to. In fact, that's how I recruited Sabrina. Maybe it was someone in Darman that tells me about the bandits? Or Fort Spire? Whatever. Okay, so got you. There's a few things that's back to the east. There's some things in Slith territory. Can I get to where I'm thinking of going from here? Maybe. See, I have somewhat explored Barga. Ah, cool. I found a library that X wanted me to find. That's one more reason to go back to the Tower of Magi in the near future. Monkey bracelet. Makes you feel weak. Very weak. Aw. Well, here, you can keep this for study, then. I did confirm that I've pretty thoroughly been through the Giant's Castle in the last session, and also Pyrog's lair, killed him. In fact, I'm not that far. Drink some glowing blue water. I think if I talk to Aiden and Josie once, then I'm permanently safe from that blue glowing barrier, but I just want to be safe. So I know that I've talked to Aiden and Josie. In fact, here's Josie. I still think it's a bit of a shame that Jeff used the old crone graphic for Josie. She's supposed to be still reasonably young and good looking. So there's a locked door here. It is unpickable. It is so securely locked that I need level 3 unlocked doors and not just level 2. I know where to get level 3 now, but I don't have it just yet. However, whenever there's a level 3 locked door blocking something, you can often find secret passages to get around it. I forgot this the last time I was here. Also, can I talk to the cow? The beast looks up at you mutely, you match gazes, trying to achieve some sort of common ground. In the end, you feel personally enriched, but you learn nothing. That's one of the little things I miss from the Exile games, is being able to talk to different animals and occasionally get some funny bits from that. Of course, with cows, you would mostly just get moo, moo, moo. So there's some barriers here, which I actually am strong enough to dispel. And behind them is a scroll teaching Dispel Barrier Level 3. Mwahaha! Now even fewer secrets are safe from me. And sorry about letting the cow in, Josie. Oh, it's fine, the cow's back outside. Everything's totally fine. Okay, so that wound up being not as much of a pain as I thought it would be. Okay, no, that's Pyrock. Was there anything interesting beyond Pyrock? Not really. If there was, I've already got it. So yeah, blah blah, giant's territory, they will eat you. I do have a particular goal in mind. But I could also do a favor for the Dragon Koth while I'm here. In fact, I will need to eventually to deal with certain obstacles on my way to assassinate the Emperor. But I'm gonna go do the other thing first. I could fight some giant spiders. Oh, not just any spiders. Magic using Aranea. Fire, the traditional enemy of spiders. Oh no, blocked by a river, whatever shall I do? Fly over it, of course. And it looks like I probably did the Grey Mold Salve thing already. Hope I did. This cave is wide with a smooth floor. You're surrounded by tall, thin stalagmites. The interesting thing is the huge webs, extending 40 or 50 feet in the air, strung between the stalagmites. Perhaps a hint as to the location of some spiders. Small spiders, only the size of your hand, watch you hungrily. A talking cow would indeed be a mutant. You emerge into a huge cave. Dominating its center is a giant stone spire, covered with webs and huge runes. The latter have been burnt into it, probably with simple magical spells. The ceiling of the cave arcs high above you. It's almost impossible to see, however, because of the gigantic masses of webs covering the walls and hanging above you. Ahead, you hear the clicking and hissing noises of giant spider conversation. And giant spider spellcasting. Haste level 3 is so good. just wish I had a good spell that would bless everyone in combat. I do have Beast Ceremony, but you can't cast that in combat. You have to know that you're coming up on a combat and cast it beforehand. Harumph. Oh yeah, I forget that Luigi also has Divine Fire because Priest. It's been way too long since I've played this. That's one way to explore. Again, if I felt like it, I could certainly pick up all the coins and spider fangs. It's just not worth it. Oops, webbed. Ooh, Elder Aranias can do acid bites. Didn't remember that. Maybe that's why you didn't die to a Divine Fire Blast. Ow. Luigi, you've got Curing level 3. Does that deal with acid? Yes, in fact it does. Okay, exploring in combat mode gets pretty annoying if there's not the enemies to justify it. Oh. A large, flawless quartz crystal. The spare crystal chunk of the game. Oh, hi there. Pretty good set of kills for Luigi. And that is all of the obvious stuff in here. But of course there's more stuff that's not so obvious. I'm pretty sure what I really want is hidden in a corner over here. Okay, lucky first guess. Magic barrier. And an Elder Aranea. Aranea. One of those words that I'm not sure I ever pronounce quite consistently. Also, I kind of miss having the ability to curse my enemies in addition to blessing my own party. Oh well. Oh no, Elder Araneas only have less than 200 hit points. Anyway, this corner is important because I've got runes. And I want to save my game just in case any of those runes are trapped. Runes on the left shift around and I can't understand them. Weird. Runes to the right. Give me Fire Blast level 3. Kill it with fire! Aw. Well, thanks for dropping in, Evil Miera, and see you another time. Also, it's fine. I'm only killing the evil spiders. The giant, intelligent, friendly, talking spiders still get to live. Well, see, this isn't a first-person shooter or a platformer. There are points where I know it's a good idea to save. Yeah, character names. So 3 of these characters, Andrew, Teresa, and Sabrina, are actually recruitable NPCs. So these are the names they came with. I did not feel like changing them. Except Luigi... No, I think Luigi is the same character that I started the game with. I didn't do the thing of taking one of the recruitables and changing his name and graphic. But yeah, I think I started this playthrough around the time my husband was playing either Super Mario Brothership or Luigi's Mansion, or both of those. We are a multi-platform family. We've got Macintosh, Windows, and a Nintendo Switch. Excuse me, is this a secret passage I can actually use? No? Lame. means I have to search out other ones. Why can't I get in here? Maybe the entrance is on the other side of the pillar. That would make sense. Finally. Yeah, we got our gaming PC as a family, it was either Christmas or birthday present. I think it was for the husband's birthday. But yeah, basically family special occasion present. Because good gaming PCs are expensive. Hey, you know, this would have been a really good time to use the Beast Ceremony spell. Retreat. There we go. And the nice thing about Exile and Avernum is that priests don't have to be dedicated healers. Once they get a few good offensive spells, they can deal out lots of damage. And now I can see how Fire Blast level 3 stacks up. "86, 38, and 37. Okay, so if the enemy doesn't roll high resistance, it's pretty good. Maybe I should slow you or something. Avernum playstyle, Avernum spells, great for tackling many enemies at once. Not as many good single target spells. Also, I think the Spider Queen is just very resistant to damage generally. Yeah, it's so much harder for me to inflict poison on my enemies. But I can afford to waste some spell points on multi-target spells. And you're dead. And someone else is there. Leave the altar alone. Oh, you summoned bats. That's hardly worth messing with at all. Okay, so taking this will curse me, and I would rather not deal with that right now. Okay, I did pick up the Spider Queen fangs in a text box, apparently. Pulled from the mouth of the powerful Spider Queen. Perhaps someone would buy such an unusual souvenir. But now I basically I got what I came for. Hi, Garnet. Ooh! Sort of got what I came for. I forgot these were here. Pants of Power. Hey, Luigi, got something for you. Prevents 1 to 3 points of damage, as opposed to the 1 to 1 points of regular pants. No matter how close to savagery the people of Avernum came, they never forgot the immense value and dignity inherent in a good pair of pants. Actually, I really don't need to carry extra pants around. Yes, more garnet. And no, actually, Iskra, this is a rather silly playthrough where I started with just one character, which is quite challenging. And Andrew can be recruited pretty early on. I think you need a minimum reputation of like 12 to 14 where you start with 10, so you do need to complete a few game quests. So then I had Luigi and Andrew for a while. Teresa, you can recruit by joining the Scimitar, I believe. And then Sabrina's a real pain in the butt. You have to kill the Chasm Drake beyond Fort Remote before she's interested in joining up with you. And by the time you're able to do that, you should be able to do basically anything else in the game. But yeah, this was a way to demonstrate and also remind myself what the recruitable characters can be good for. Andrew is a pretty good all-arounder. He's good with spears. He's incredibly good with tool use. Teresa is incredibly good with melee weapons and pretty good with assassination. Also, she's got many points in Blade Master and Anatomy, so she's super good against humanoids. Sabrina, for being level 15, has ridiculously high levels of priest spells. Also very good melee weapons. Also rather good first aid. And enough potion making to be useful. And Luigi's my custom character, so he's at level 28 and has more moderate stats. Yes, cute spiders making bloody sacrifices on a dark altar. Okay, now it's time to go back across this river. Well, there's no turtles in this game, but there are ghosts. Okay, so this one has some sort of gimmick to it. Actually, maybe I should leave and rest so that Luigi can regain some spell points. Because casting a whole bunch of fireballs does get expensive. takes me to here. And that portal takes me somewhere I don't really want to be. Oh, invisible enemy. Forgot how strong guardians get. Portals are safe, usually. That takes me back here. And this portal takes me somewhere much more interesting. Fortunately, both my priests have level 3 Repel Spirit. Unfortunately, Vengeful Shades are kinda juicy. Oh, and there's 1 or 2 black shades up there too. Alright, come on, Luigi. I know you don't have as many points and priest spells as Sabrina does. Black shades are much squishier than guardians. And these guys. Finally. It must be within 5 spaces. Luigi, are you anywhere close to leveling up? Not really. Oh no, a barrier. Oh no, I can't walk through it. Meh. Hi, what's up? That's not what I want to do, actually. Okay, in this game, you don't use the door, you look at it to close it. What do my various characters have as abilities, anyway? Oh, Luigi has Lay on Hands so he can heal himself. Luigi also has Priest spells so he can heal himself. Andrew can go berserk, and I never remember that. Let's try it now. Awaken your natural rage. That's a fun sound. Take out the archers and the wizard. Use more fire! Okay, who's got the acid? Rogue Warrior uses wand. Ooh, I don't like you. Also, that's kind of a interesting graphic for Berserk. That looks like a very meh face. I guess it's supposed to be mad. Getting my characters killed wouldn't bother me so much if it was just dead and not dusted. Ugh. Because now I have to reload again. And the last time I saved was in the spider cave. Okay, so I don't know if I can ever decipher the left runes. But I don't really care because I get Fire Blessed. Level 3. I haven't really lost that much progress. Ding dong, Adventure Scouts, we're here to sell cookies, and or kick ass, and we're all out of cookies. Firing off one bolt of fire is much more mana efficient than firing off one of several bolts of fire. But Fire Blast just does so much more damage. Ew. Also, this game engine doesn't give me any spells that can cure and heal at the same time. Sometimes the isometric format really bothers me, because I can't quite tell where I'm going. Okay, Luigi, take the Pants of Power. I wonder if they have good pockets. Can't be a good adventurer if your pants don't have pockets, because where would you put your stuff? Small lost band of goblins. They're clearly terrified both of you and of the giants. When they see you, one of them says, "Please, please don't hurt us. We will give you all our money if you let us go. Please don't kill us." Yeah, you are probably not worth the pitiful XP I would get. The goblins give you a few coins and run away in terror. I wonder how much longer they're going to live before a giant steps on them or something. So I have a mind crystal of gymnastics. I should maybe use that at some point. Super Meat Boy. Unlikely that I will play that anytime soon. I feel like that is just over my threshold for enjoying difficult games. And because I am a completionist at heart, I forgot the whole going outside to rest idea. I'm sure it'll be fine. Maybe I should have done Beast Ceremony right before doing that. It's fine, I've actually saved recently. Okay, this time I definitely need to do some shielding. Oh, you're not skeletons, you're Nephilim. Welp. Divine Fire's a bit of overkill there. And of course I cannot target the invisible enemies. Summoners are very annoying. Ooh, I really need to do some healing on Luigi. Luigi has energy potions. Wand of Slowing could maybe be useful? Self-preservation was probably the right call there. And thanks to Sabrina, the vengeful shades were softened up enough that Luigi could deal the finishing blow. Yay. Actually, no. Where is the stinking black shade? Black Shade went down the stairs, and now he's everyone's problem. torturous adventure through the entire Dark Castle series made someone think that I am a turbo-masochist gamer. Yeah, I asked my husband about Chakan the Forever Man, and he's heard of it, and its reputation as being super difficult. I had never heard of it before. Though I did find a playable version of it on the Internet Archive, so I may poke around and just see how I feel. But yeah, Dark Castle gets a bit of a pass because that one was on the family Macintosh when I was very small. So I do have a certain threshold of being able to not just tolerate, but even enjoy difficult gaming. It also helps that Dark Castle has beginner and novice difficulty modes. And I'm playing a bit stupid here because I'm focused on talking with my chat and not just playing the game. Finally, gotcha. But I also wanted to do a Let's Play of Dark Castle games because basically nobody else is doing them. Because, you know, not entirely obscure games. They are very interesting from a historical perspective, but not a lot of people are that familiar with Macintosh gaming. And if people like me don't put a few videos on the internet, then a lot of history from the 80s may get lost. Oh, right. I just made the same mistake I made earlier. Okay, prep time. Energy 20 spell points, that's it. I need more elixirs, wow. Where can I buy energy elixirs? I'll have to look that up. Okay. Save the game! Cast Beast Ceremony. Perhaps I should do some summoning or controlling of foes before going right in for the kill 'em all with fire. Assassin and Rogue Warrior become confused. Well, they're not charmed, but I guess that's better than nothing. And now my summons are blocking my path. That's part of why I don't use summons a lot. Oh wait, wasn't that the one that was confused? Evil High Priestess divinely touched. Maybe I should wait for that to wear off before I start attacking him. My summons might be useless. Oh, and one of the big warrior guys is right next to my mage, which is rather bad. Okay, I don't have any shielding spells that will make me invulnerable, and Luigi just doesn't have a lot of good tools here. Oh, Bind Foe only works on one. But that one is all I need. Okay, magic resistance coming in very handy right now. Aha! The soldier was immaculately prepared in gleaming armor. Only when he falls, however, you see the symbol on his chest. When you do, you get a chill. It's a golden crown, the symbol of Emperor Hawthorne. You have just slain one of the Empire's elite soldiers. This is an Empire outpost. Le gasp! Okay, so let's get Luigi away from the man with the big armor and sword. Evil High Priest is still not very vulnerable to damage. Okay, the other Royal Guard is down. Actually, Luigi, you do a little healing. Evil High Priest may be divinely touched. He's still not very good at combat. Okay, I'm feeling better. Hi, how you doing? Really? 2 repel spirits and the demon is still standing. Okay, who did what now? I think the wizard just cast Arcane Shield on the demon. So I may or may not be able to do much with him for a few turns. I found a guardian. I am in dire need of some more blessing and shielding. Well, Andrew and Teresa are. Sabrina and Luigi are actually still doing okay. Oh, the Rod of Arcana. That can refill spell points. I should do that. Beast load. Andrew does have some fairly useful spells here. Fairly useful. is a little tougher than I remembered. Give that to Luigi. I could summon aid and it really wouldn't do a whole lot for me. It might do more than that. 1 damage. Ugh. Ow. Die already. Finally. Ow, whatever spell that does return damage. This is turning into a bit of a slog. Luigi, didn't you used to have some archery skill? Okay, not enough to actually be very good at it. Luigi's stats are so mid because I tried to make him a balanced character, and that just doesn't always work well in these games. It's often better to have a few characters, each of whom specialize in one particular area. Or use the character editor, that works too. But yeah, my only single target mage spell is Firebolt. I don't have Ice Bolt, or Kill, or Poison. Just one piddly little bolt of fire. Okay, how many guardians are in here, actually? I'm starting to feel like the answer to that is too many. Well, at least the wizard's dead. That is definitely too many guardians. Probably could have taken out those summons with a lightning blast or something, but yeah, I'm a little lower on spell points than I would like. Hoo-ha! Saving again. Wand of Acid. Do not like when you use that, no sir. Time for lootin'. A tiny button. It goes click. Couple of scrolls I don't want. You're not immediately attacking me. A small man sits behind the desk, trembling in fear, especially after the slaughter that he must have heard through the door. He seems very unhappy that you found him. His skin isn't pale. He's come from the surface world, and recently. This is an Empire outpost, isn't it? Yes. We on the surface have let you malcontents live on your own long enough. All must live under the watchful eye of the Empire. What are you doing here? Oh, wouldn't you like to know, pitiful exiles? Hey, you don't have to insult me. I'll do what I want, Avernites. Running around here like worms with your tiny magics and your precious scimitar. Why don't you just kill me? I'm not going to tell you anything. What do you know of the scimitar? That group of pitiful rebels? You tell them that this base will be replaced by 2, then 4. For every one of you down there, there are 100 of us above. You have no chance. You won't even make a dent. He smirks, then backs away. And I won't tell you where the treasure is either. Oops. All right, Weasel Boy, where's the treasure? He looks at you slyly. Like I would tell you, there is a treasure. Why don't you go looking for it? Just leave me here. You get the treasure, and I live. That's a fair deal. He snivels slightly. Why should I make a deal with you, Empire scum? Probably because he won't give me much XP on killing him. Well, you want one survivor to tell of your mighty blow against the Empire, don't you? And couldn't the survivor just as well be me? His eyes have a feral glow to them. Also, if you let me live, I'll tell you about the scroll. Scroll? What's so special about that? That's what we have. We took it from a dragon. It's valuable. Take it and let me go. It's in a box in one of the private bedrooms. Please? Windell begins to make a pathetic spectacle of himself. What little courage he managed to scrape up earlier has faded away. Well, I could kill him out of spite, or let him go with some sort of mercy. Wear him as a little hat. Yeah, I need to refill my water mug. I think I'm gonna kill him. Let the Empire be surprised. You draw your weapon and slay the Empire official with one blow. Your satisfaction with this small taste of vengeance is short-lived. This is only a small beginning of a long war. And he didn't even drop any loot. Ooh, he gets his own bedroom even. With dice. He can play tabletop games. Elixir. Only a healing elixir, not energy, but still. Okay, storage room. Somebody else's bedroom. You find a large object inside the chest, carefully wrapped in velvet. You pull the velvet aside and see a leather scroll. It's a gorgeous artifact, illuminated in gold and silver on drakeskin. Unfortunately, you can't understand any of the writing. You are able to tell from the illustrations that it's about dragons. I bet a dragon or someone interested in dragons would be happy to have that. Energy potion, mine. First aid kit, well, fine first aid kit. Not that useful to me. First aid was a great idea, but it's just not near as powerful as priest spells. don't remember if there's anything else hidden around here. Farsight reveals nothing. Hello. That's a lot of barriers. Not anymore. One thing I do like about the Avernums is that Unlock Doors and Dispel Barrier are now area of effect spells, so you can deal with more than one obstacle at a time. Oh crap, basilisks. So, Blessing ought to give some protection. And shielding also ought to be good. Ooh, looks like Andrew almost got turned to stone, but managed to resist. Teresa, okay, I know I have some crystal shields floating around, but they don't work so great with two-handed weapons. I didn't even remember that I was using a poisoned blade. Wait, I still have Smite equipped? That's good against giants, but I've got better weapons. Jade Halberd is a much better all-around spear. It drips acid. And has much higher max damage. Steel large shield and unidentified chainmail. Again, I really don't need the money, but I still like looting once in a while. Wand of Lightning, not impressive anymore. Arrows of Light, yes impressive. Unidentified pants, potentially good. Thick book with dense, strange writing. Aha! The book is a journal written by someone named Windell. It describes the creating of this outpost. The Empire, using a considerable amount of magical effort, teleported down everyone here, as well as their supplies. The purpose of this outpost was to observe and study the Avernites, and find out what you've been up to down here. It also describes some dealings with the magical creatures. Two events are of particular interest. First, you read about the theft of a scroll from the dragon Koth, and his resulting destruction of another Empire outpost. Koth has already told us about all of this. Apparently the scroll is somewhere in this fort, and now it's in my backpack. Second, it describes the discovery of several strange crystals, each of which seems to contain the soul of some spirit. There seems to be some confusion about what to do with these strange creatures. I'm not sure that was in the original version of this text in Exile. I might have to go back and check that. Because that is a reference to Avernum 2 Crystal Souls. Okay, so I do need to find some way out of here. And that'll do. Resting now. And let's see, how long have I been going here? Part of 2 hours. I need to pause for a moment and refresh my water, so I'm going to be back in a couple of minutes. And I'm back, and once again hydrated. And Garnet has retreated to the cat tree on the other side of the room. She oftentimes likes hanging out in the same room with her people, if not directly on me. Also, it is well past midnight where I am, so I probably shouldn't keep recording too much longer. Not sure if it's better to use the alien blade or flaming sword and a shield. Or even dual wielding. I could dual wield. I think I can dual wield in this dungeon. Maybe. You can definitely do it in Exile, and you can do it in the Avernum remakes. Okay, we've got steel chainmail and a serendipity shield. Apparently increases the bonuses you get from luck, whatever that means. Okay, and Sabrina does have a crystal shield to prevent petrification. Luigi's got a steel buckler because he can't equip much more without losing ability to cast mage spells. Attack penalty. Oh. Okay, can't actually. Yeah, I think that serendipity shield might put me over the edge. You know what, I'm going to do Flaming Sword and Fancy Shield. Hiya. And that cost very little gold, so tell you what. You can take this steel chainmail and redistribute it to the fine warriors of Barga. And every time I need to ask to open the gates. Oh, Garnet wants to come up again. Where did I leave the boat? There it is. And I've already dealt with Koth once, as you can tell by me not getting attacked by living statues right here, and also having a full map. Look, we have your scroll. He grins. Excellent. At last. Place it on the pedestal to the south, with the rest of my collection. Do not take one of the scrolls, Koth will be very mad. place the scroll in with its siblings. The row is now complete. Nothing dramatic happens. We have returned the scroll which was stolen from you. Will you help us? You have done well for humans. Listen carefully. Koth describes a series of hand motions and a short chant. I created a tower for the Empire southeast of here. When you reach a barrier in the tower, this is the key. You learn the chant. You can now pass it. I don't know why you would want to. I don't know what the Empire wants to protect back there, but it can't be that important. No, it's only the end goal of the game. Still, with that ritual and a royal seal, you can go there. Priestess and Formula told us you might have a book, and I actually did confirm off-screen that I have already found the book that she wants me to look at. So we're done with Koth. Take the boat down. Yeah, not getting through here without a big demon fight. Actually, have I even unlocked this? Former realm of Greyhoth, sealed by the order of King Micah, none may proceed. No, I cannot get through here now. Okay, and this is where I learned Summon Aid level 3. After getting a Black Drake Fang from up north. While I'm here, I could totally... Well, maybe I could swipe the Silver Circlet. I don't remember if I've done all of the relevant plot bits for that. Oh, I can talk to this lizard. Cool. Any events of great import taking place in the reptilian world? It hisses. It snaps at your foot. Yay. And run straight through here, because while taking out the bandits is good for the safety of Avernum, it's not very important to the overall plot. T deployed. Now then. If you are very sharp-eyed, you may notice one of these statues does not show up on the map of Almeria, because it is a living statue. And after much toil, I can now tell this statue to divulge what it knows. You are in luck. Beneath me, a pair of mages spent some time exchanging magical knowledge. Some of it was quite interesting. May I share some of it with you? Please do. I now learn Unlock Doors Level 3. Huzzah! In Exile, once I as the player know the keyword divulge, I can go back in a new save file and sequence break a little bit and unlock some things very early. Cannot do that in Avernum. Eventually I'm going to need to go down here and collect a royal seal. Not doing that today. Okay, I have pretty thoroughly explored this place. Question is, have I explored it enough? Because the guide that I'm looking at maybe one of these. Okay, and here I can learn Farsight level 3, which apparently I hadn't before. Maybe I didn't have enough mage lore the first time I came by here. And I went and scared myself with the other book. Great. Hey there, Arthur. 7:45 a.m. My goodness. Yeah, it is the middle of the night where I am, so you must be, I guess over in Europe somewhere. Anyway, I came back in here to say, I can unlock this door now. It's not worth it. There's basically only cursed items in here. I already got the useful thing by going into here. Okay, Tower of Magi. Find and talk to this guy. And I can learn Shielding level 3 for Andrew and Sabrina. Luigi already knows it. Excellent. So I got that. Okay, most of the rest of the stuff is a bit north of here or in Slith territory. Oh, also I should go find X and talk to him because I found a thing that he wants. Wow, France and Poland. We're international. I'm in the eastern US, and I am up somewhat past my bedtime. Oh, there you are. I've been to Barga, and I found a small library. Ah, yes, thank you. Now, I think I said I would teach you spells, but I can't be sure. Okay, teach me the spells already. I can buy arcane summon. I can buy arcane level spells. I can't actually cast them. Also, apparently I've already learned them from somewhere, probably Erica. So, yeah, that was pretty useless. Unless I really want to learn level 2 of any of these. I might. It's not like I've got anything else to spend gold on. Well, training, but training doesn't take that much of my gold, and it takes a long time to gather up enough skill points. So there. Who sells the Divine Priest spells again? Okay. For some reason, Throndell is the one who wants to know about the largest anvil in Avernum. I'm pretty sure that was X in Exile. But yeah, Bowtel has that. When your reputation shows you are wise enough... It does now. E. So I don't actually know those? Wow, I don't actually know those at level 1. Let's fix that. I had just enough gold for that. Okay. Andrew has a pretty decent chunk of skill points now. Teresa has 4. Oh, Luigi leveled up at some point. Yay! Can he afford anything? Not much of anything that I actually want to get for him. Also, dealing with this central part of the Tower of Magi is very important for one of the main game quests. You do need to get the Onyx Key from here. Or, not Onyx Key, the Onyx Staff for finding the exit from the underworld. Also, we can get the Blessed Athame, which I always pronounced as a thame, but apparently that's wrong. Anyway, you can pick up the Blessed Athame from the Tower of Magi, and that is for cutting runes for dealing with the demon Greyhoth. They're mooing, yes. So it's not supposed to be a mooing sound effect, it's supposed to be the of learning delicious spells. But you're right, it does sound a lot like a cow mooing. Yeah, I think if I want to do any of the other main game quests, I will come back here later. Oh, right, I'm right by Murtis. There are other things that I need for the Assassinate Emperor Hawthorne quest, and some of those are brooches, and 2 of those I can get right near here. Do you have Eldon's brooch? He yelps in horror. It's mine, not Eldon's. Whatever he says, it's mine. He looks you over and smiles slyly. Though you could purchase it, just 100 gold. Done and done. Now I have a platinum brooch. And I suddenly find myself very low on gold indeed. Also, I have not been in Murtis at all. How about that? And I just heard my younger cat, Theo. Now it's his turn to climb up on the cat tree. And now I'm going to do something which is not terribly necessary, but should be pretty easy. Just a moment while I pull up my annotated map guide here. Oh, it's over there. That's not where I would have expected. Aha, several black leather scrolls on the shelves. Read the scrolls, learn curing level 3. Now, 3 of my party members can cure all the things. Formalo. Formalo might be one of my favorite cities. I mean, really, I love all the cities in Exile. Or Avernum. Okay, I have to go a couple layers deep in the conversation to get to this. We talked to Koth and saw the scroll you wanted. You tell Claudette of your visit to Koth and what you learned from his scrolls. You tell her of the horrible suffering and marvelous accomplishments of the first priests in Avernum. Tears come to her eyes. Oh, they were so brave, and so, for that matter, were you. For your reward, read the scrolls on the altar. They will teach you great knowledge, knowledge of unmatched rarity, and once more I thank you. Now I can cast Unshackle Mind, level 3. Great if, the frontline fighters happen to get charmed, I guess. I cannot pet Theo. He's on the other side of the... Actually, he left already. Oh. But I do see Garnet curled up on the chair behind me. Garnet, I thought you went somewhere else. And now I have to plug my headphones back in. All good. Okay, so that's all I need to do in Formalo. Got that spell, got that spell. Okay, I feel like I've made fairly decent progress today, but good lord, collecting all of the level 3 spells takes a while. And it's the middle of the month, so I'm just not going to get Sabrina Mask Healing level 3. That one is just too much of a pain. The boat I have. Nuts. I think that's going to be over by Blosk. Yes, I have 2 cats. Garnet is the main one that shows up on recording, but Theo is also around sometimes. Theo is also a much newer addition to the household. We've only had him for most of a year now. He is very much the annoying younger brother to Garnet. Because Garnet is about 10 years old, and Theo is not quite 1.5. Garnet is named after the character Garnet from the cartoon show Steven Universe. She is made of love. And also pointy bits. Whereas Theo is named after a character in the game Celeste, which I would someday like to play for my channel. And that is another one that is really hard platforming, but it has accessibility features that I like, so I can adjust the difficulty so that I can actually be able to finish it, maybe. There are a few things that can get me to play very difficult games for Let's Plays. One is already having familiarity with it, so I've learned strategies of how to actually get through it. One is my husband is familiar with it, as in the case with Level Devil, so he can guide me through and enjoy my reactions. And another one is having adjustable difficulty levels, because I'm pretty good at gaming, but I'm not, like, super expert tier. For instance, I've played through Hollow Knight. I've been able to get the bad ending on that game. I have beaten the Hollow Knight. I have not beaten the Radiance yet. And there's some other things like Nightmare King Grim and the Pantheon that I don't even want to try. Yes, the music and story in Celeste are good enough that I'm willing to fight with some pretty tough platforming. Also, Celeste does a thing I like where dying doesn't necessarily hurt that much. It just resets you a little bit. More Doom will come. Probably soon. Doom is a pretty good thing to play when I want something that doesn't take a whole lot of brain power. Doom is quite easy on the editing front as well, because there's basically no dialogue for me to read. But anyway, it's just hit about 2 a.m. where I am, so I think I'm going to wrap up the recording here and pick it up another time. Maybe I should try doing regular Saturday night streams, because that seems to be a thing that works for me. It seems to be a thing that works for my audience, too. Right. Well, thank you for tuning in, everyone, and I will see you in another video, possibly in another series. Well, I'm happy to have given you a lovely start to your day, Iskra. So, good night. Good night, everyone, or good morning if you are in another continent.